Find a comfortable sit for this Vinyasa class, so either cross-legged or Vajrasana. I like Vajrasana. This is always a good stretch for the thighs, stretching the ankles, knees, so we really start to activate the energy into the legs. Always a good thing, especially when you stay seated for quite some time. Often now these days, if we're a bit stuck at home, not so much movement going around, so it's good to activate the energy into the legs. Find that comfortable sit with a straight spine. You can keep your palms open to the sky. Just finding your breath for a moment. Just taking the time to arrive on this transformational mat. This is where we start or train for our transformational journey, whatever it means for you. Might be just at the physical level, or maybe a bit deeper into the energetical level, maybe even emotional level, or on a bigger picture, the spiritual level. So just let the breath happen. In through the nose, out through the nose. And just notice what the breath feels like today. Noticing its texture, quality. Noticing how you feel today. So always trying to really, using the breath, noticing how you feel in the body, in your mind, emotionally. Sometimes we're not ready for so much movement or exertion, so you need to recognize, honor your body and your state of being. Especially if you have any injuries or particular conditions, maybe haven't slept so well, whatever it might be, and adjust your practice accordingly. Nice and slow, you can open your eyes and we'll come into all four positions, maybe stretching one leg out if you feel that your legs have been a bit numbed, if you're not used to sitting for so long, and just making sure that you place your knees hip-width distance apart, right under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Just taking a few cat and cow so that you can start to find your Ujjayi breath in through the nose, out through the nose. As I always mention, this is a great pose to start getting into the spine, getting to activate the nervous system a little bit further with the movement, along with the breath, the Ujjayi breath, and also very good to notice the hand position. So you want to make sure that your index fingers are pointing forward, parallel to each other, and you want to really start gripping the mat with your fingertips and activating the energy around the knuckles. You want to be feeling as you exhale and round your back that you're pushing your index knuckle into the floor all the way through the arm, through the shoulder blades. As you round your back, pushing your upper back of the heart right up to the sky, separating the shoulder blades. And as you inhale, you relax into the shoulder blades, but you keep your arms nice and straight. Hands are flat, nice and strong. Returning to neutral. And you can start to get some wrist warm-up. So lifting your right palm up, keeping the arm nice and straight. You can even lift your shoulder blades, slowly releasing. And then lifting your left heel of the hands. You release. And you can keep alternating like this, lifting your shoulder blade, or if you can start to go both hands together and see if you can keep that lift into the shoulder blades, rounding the back slightly, but try to keep your shoulders away from the ears, and see if you can start working with the breath. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift up. trying to keep your back nice and rounded. A few more like this, so pretty important to get to warm up the wrists as we're gonna go through some vinyasas and really warm up the arms, the shoulders, so that you don't injure over time the shoulders or the wrists. Returning to normal, and now you can tuck your toes under for good stability. And just check if you come on your fingertips on your right hand, if you lift your left knee, maybe you can lift your left toes as well, trying to keep your spine nice and flat as much as possible, and then maybe lifting your right hand as well. See how the balance starts to play here, pushing your left hand down into the floor. Hips, shoulders are nice and squared. You can maybe even start to extend your left leg, right arm. Nice and strong into the core, so really start activating the core. And then slowly releasing. We'll switch sides. Fingertips, left hand, lift your knee. Lift your toes, nice and slow. Maybe you can lift your hand over the floor. And maybe even extending your opposite arm, opposite leg. Nice and strong. Feel that in the core. Keep your navel tucked in. And then slowly releasing. Now walking your hands slightly forward. Just about one hand. Keeping that good position, alignment with your hands. And then we'll do, coming forward again over your wrists, we'll do again some wrist warm-ups. So this time this goes a little bit stronger as we have a little bit more charge over the wrists. We'll do a few more like this. And then returning to center. Again, fingertips on your right hand, lifting your left knee, left leg, stretching your arm, your leg, so you'll notice that's maybe a little bit more tricky. Slowly releasing, and we'll take the other side, gently lifting one by one so that you don't lose your balance, all in control, extending, lengthening, and then slowly releasing. Again, place your hands carefully, toes tucked under, and then coming down, bringing your knees, chest, forehead arching into your spine, releasing all the way down onto your abdomen. Point your toes, stretch your arms back, palms facing upwards, toes to touch. And as you inhale, lift your legs, lift your arms, nice and gentle. Shavasana. Exhale, you release. Hands under your shoulders, tucking your toes under, pushing back. Down dog. Maybe a few movements for your down dog if you feel you still have some kinks that you need to get rid of. Walking your dog, bending one knee after the other, bringing one hip to the side so that you start getting into the side body, feeling the stretch onto the side, but keep pressing your hands nice and strong. Head is relaxed. Just always trying to send your hips back and up in your down dog, relaxing into your shoulders, your neck. Still going with your Ujjayi breath. And then nice and slow, bending into your knees. You can start to walk to the top of the mat. Just little steps, nice and easy, feet together. And then slowly, as you inhale, rising all the way up, pressing your feet into the earth, palms together. Exhale, you release, back down to your heart. Closing your eyes for a moment, just feeling into your body. Opening your eyes, and we keep moving with the breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Right leg back, planting your right hand into the earth. Nice and slow, you're going to start to take a twist, lifting your left arm up. Slowly releasing, planting your hand, stretching back, chaturanga, lowering, going through a vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Again, use your core. Adjusting, taking a moment into your down dog. So again, making sure that your hands are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Sending your hips right up to the sky, feet are hip width distance apart, nice and stable. We're going to start to get into the core a bit more seriously. Inhaling, right leg up. As you exhale, you bring it to your right elbow, coming forward over your wrist. So again, you want to be rounding your back and you touch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale to your chest, rounding your back, stepping forward, coming onto your fingertips, and then you can start to work towards straightening your front leg for pyramid pose. So keep pressing your big toe out at the front. Leg doesn't need to be straight, but you just work towards straightening the leg. Back is nice and flat. And as you inhale, you rebend into your front knee, sending your heart forward. Back leg is nice and energized. You're still onto the ball of your back foot. Exhale, straightening your front leg or working towards. Inhale, coming forward. As you straighten your leg, you want to make sure that your hips stay nice and squared. Reaching your heart forward. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Reach back with your tailbone. Rebending into your front knee. Stepping forward. Inhale. Flat back. Halfway lift. Exhale. You fold. Rising all the way up. Exhale. Let the breath flow, just like a moving meditation. As you inhale, maybe slight arch into your back, going a bit deeper. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, lengthen, fill up your lungs. Exhale, empty, stepping your left leg back, planting your left hand, finding your twist. Keep hugging your right knee to your chest, leaning back with your top shoulder. Exhale, you release, plant your hands, Vinyasa, lowering on the same exhale, nice and strong, control movement. Inhaling, Cobra, up dog. Exhale, reach back, down dog. Taking one breath here to settle into your down dog, nice and stable. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhale to your elbow, so coming forward, nice and strong, keep pressing your knuckles into the earth. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale to your chest, stepping forward, coming onto your fingertips. And again, we start working a few times towards straightening the front leg. Doesn't need to be straight. Inhale, reach your heart forward, dropping your hips down. Exhale, draw your hips back, especially that left hip. Staying high onto the ball of the back foot helps you to square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, and we'll take one more, bending into your front knee. Exhale, back is nice and flat as much as possible. Rebend into your front knee, looking down, stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rising nice and strong. Exhale, you release. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Right leg back, planting your right hand, reaching your left arm up. Now, if you want to go further, you can turn your left toes, heel to your foot, rolling onto the outside edge of your back foot, so you can place your left foot at your hip level, and as you keep reaching with your right arm, you lift your hips as well, pushing your right hand into the floor, so lifting your left arm, nice and strong. And as you exhale, you release, and we'll go through a Vinyasa, stepping back, lowering down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Couple of breaths into your down dog. We get going, so we're gonna increase a little bit into our core work. Inhaling, right leg up. Exhale, coming forward to your right elbow. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale to your left elbow this time, getting a little bit of a twist. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale to your nose, stepping forward. Rising up, nice and strong. High lunge. Now opening out into Warrior 2, spin your back heel down, bending into your front knee, relax into the shoulders. Just one breath here. Flipping your front palm, your reverse, feeling the stretch into the right side of the body. We stay light with the back hand onto the leg. As you exhale, windmill your arms down and you step forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, you release. And we keep flowing. Deep inhale in through the nose, filling up the lungs. Exhale, diving forward, emptying the lungs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you fold. Left leg back, planting your left hand, finding your twist, maybe your first variation of side plank. Keep lifting your hip, reaching up. Lean back with your top shoulder. Nice and strong, you're onto the outside edge of your back foot. And then slowly releasing, coming back onto your toes, planting your right hand, stretching your right leg back, coming slightly forward, exhaling. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Remember, anytime you feel the vinyasas are too much, you can always stop, stretching straight back into your down dog. Otherwise, we keep working with the breath. And we go again, inhaling, left leg up. Exhale to your left elbow, coming forward, nice and strong. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, little twist, out to the right elbow, touch. Inhale, stretch it. Exhale, stepping forward, rise up, high lunge. The exhale, opening out, back foot 90-degree angle, Warrior 2. Just one breath, relaxing into the shoulders, keeping the bend into your front knee, your reverse. As you inhale. Exhale, windmill your arms down, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Rising all the way up, palms together. Exhale, you release. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. See if you can brush the floor with your fingertips. Reach up with your arms, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Keep bending into your knees, nice and slow. Exhale, you release. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Lengthening into the legs, the spine. As you exhale, you fold, stepping your right leg back, left leg back. And we go through Vinyasa, lowering on the same exhale. Elbows are still in close to the body. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Down dog. Now coming forward into plank position. Again, rounding your shoulders, so nice and strong, pressing your hands into the floor. You can lift your right leg up. As you exhale, you bring it to your right elbow. Touch. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale to your left elbow. Touch. Inhale, stretch it long, and you stretch back into down dog. Exhale to your nose. Stepping forward right between your hands. Rising up. High lunge. See if you can keep pressing your palms together, and this time we'll spin your back heel down 45 degrees for Warrior 1. Keeping the hips, shoulders nice and squared. Slowly releasing, hands interlaced behind your lower back, pressing your palms together. See if you can roll your shoulders back, keep bending into that front knee, and as you exhale, you start coming forward onto the inside of your leg. See if you can bring your right ear to your right ankle, relaxing into the shoulders, letting your arms roll forward, nice and soft. And then slowly releasing, hands onto the floor, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Utkatasana, bending into your knees, reaching your arms up. Sink your hips down a bit more. One breath. The exhale, you release. Hands onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Stepping your left leg back. Right leg back. Going through Vinyasa, lowering down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back, down dog.
Inhale, ripple forward. So again, you can round into your back, coming over your wrists. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhale to your left elbow, squeeze your core. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, adding a twist to it, right elbow. Inhale, stretch it long, finding a three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping forward, right between your hands, all in control movement. Rising up, palms together. Spin your back heel down for your warrior one. One breath here. Nice and strong with your warrior. Shoulders are already nice and relaxed. And you can switch the interlacing of your fingers into your back. Pressing your palms together. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, folding onto the inside of your leg. Keep finding stability into your legs. So pressing your front heel into the earth. Pressing the outside edge of your back foot. Energizing into the legs all the way to your sit bones. Relaxing crown of the head towards the floor. One more breath, and then as you exhale, you release, hands to the floor, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Palms together. And we go again. Utkatasana, bending into your knees, reaching your arms up. Now this time, as you exhale, folding forward, hands onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you fold, planting your hands. You might walk back or maybe jump back if this is within your practice. Lowering all the way down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Wow. All right, let's get going maybe a little bit more. Inhaling, right leg up. Exhale to your right elbow, coming forward. Stay there. And then you can bring it to your left elbow, extending your leg out, bringing the outside edge of your right foot to the floor, spin your back heel down, and then you can lift your hips, lift your left arm for full-on triangle. One breath here, nice and slow. As you exhale, you release, planting your left hand, knee back to your chest, rolling onto the outside edge of your back foot, finding a full side plank. So stacking your right foot on top of your left, right arm up. Maybe lifting your left leg up, nice and slow. Releasing right hand to the floor. Going through Vinyasa, maybe three-legged Vinyasa. Keeping your right leg up or four-legged, your choice. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Whoa. Inhaling, right leg up. Nice and slow, you're going to come and place it to the outside of your right hand. So wide stance. Same thing with your left foot. So your feet are just about a bit wider than your hands. And you can come down for Malasana, dropping your hips down, palms together. So Yogic Squat. See if you can open into the hips a little bit more. Spine is nice and straight. Inhaling, keeping your palms together. You reach your palms right up to the sky, pushing your feet into the earth. Rise up. Parallel your feet. As you exhale, folding forward, so wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands. You can step your right leg back, left leg back, going through Vinyasa. One breath. One movement. Again, rounding into your spine to come forward into a plank. Lifting your left leg up. Exhale to your left elbow, to your right elbow. Extending your leg out. Fallen triangle. Keep lifting your hips, reaching up to the sky with your right arm. Nice and slow, you release. Right hand onto the floor. Coming straight into your side plank, rolling over onto the outside edge of your foot. Reach up. Nice and slow as you exhale, you release. Going through your Vinyasa. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, left leg up. Nice and slow, you place it onto the outside of your foot. Coming forward, right foot. Malasana. Again, palms together. See if you can grow your spine nice and long. Keep pressing your palms together as you inhale. Press your feet into the earth. Rise up. Parallel your feet. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands. You can walk back or jump back. One vinyasa, one breath, one movement. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Again, coming forward, right leg up to your right elbow, left knee, fallen triangle. Now this time, see if you can keep activating your core, and maybe you can lift your right leg up, keeping your foot off the floor. You're going to flip all the way around, reversing, coming into a rock star, placing your foot right behind you. Keep pressing onto the outside edge of your back foot, arching into your spine, reaching back, dropping your head back. Hello, are we going there? Nice and slow, you release. Back to your three-legged down dog. Exhaling, right foot onto the outside of your right hand, left foot for your yogic squat. Palms together. One breath here to grow the spine nice and long. Exhale, soften, and as you inhale, pressing your feet into the earth, rising all the way up. Exhale, folding forward, so keeping your feet probably just about as they are. Pressing your hands into the floor. Now you're going to bend into your knees and see if you can start to come and place your knees behind your triceps as high as possible, so you can come onto your tippy toes to bring your knees into your armpits. So we're moving into Bakasana. Elbows are nice and bent as much as possible. Keep looking forward. Lift your heels, and then maybe you can lift one toe, maybe second toe, and then you can either walk back or pushing onto your hands, activating your core. You can jump back, going through Vinyasa. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Inhale, ripple forward into your high plank. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale to your left elbow. Right elbow, find your fallen triangle. Maybe lifting your left leg, flipping all the way around into your rock star position, all nice control movements. Arching into your spine, dropping your head back, opening into the chest. Coming back to your three-legged, nice and strong. The exhale, stepping forward, outside of your left hand, right foot, finding your yogic squat. One breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Now you can heel toe your feet together, toes together. Exhale, you fold, bending into your knees. So we're going to find squat with your heels touching together, knees out as much as possible, and you can start to maybe fold forward a little bit further. So see if you can keep lifting your heels. You might be bringing your elbows to the floor, maybe bringing your arms with your palms facing upwards around your heels, working your forehead towards the floor. Keep pressing your feet, toes into the floor, lifting your heels as much as possible. And then we come back to center, pressing your palms into the floor. So again, see if you can keep lifting your heels, and you bring your knees into the back of your arms as high as possible to your armpit, maybe. Little different version this time. See if you can keep your toes together. You lean forward, you look forward, rounding into the back, activating your core muscles, and maybe you can lift your toes together at one time, shooting back, walking back. You go through your vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Now, bending into your knees, you can look forward between your hands, walk or jump, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Picking up your right big toe, bending slightly into your left knee, Maybe you can bring your left hand to your heart and see if you can nice and slow come up. If your big toe is too much, you can just get hold of your knee. We're coming into a straight Utkatasana, straightening your right leg forward. Maybe you can extend your left arm out for good balance. Maybe you can extend your right leg out. And then see if you can start to pivot your right foot forward, keeping your leg out, 90-degree angle as you start folding forward. Maybe reaching your left hand, fingertips to the floor for good balance. And then you release right foot to meet the left. Inhale, flat back, realign. Exhale, you fold. And we'll take the other side, picking up your left big toe, just your knee, if that's enough. Maybe hand to your heart in a half prayer, bending into your standing leg for good balance. And you come all the way up, standing tall, nice and strong, shoulders relaxed. Extending your right arm out, left leg out. And again, internal rotation into your leg. So you start pivoting your left foot as you start folding forward at your right hip level, helping with your right hand, slowly releasing left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Malasana. Releasing your hips down, palms together. Press your hands together. You want to push your knees out with your elbows. So bringing your forearms as parallel as possible, lengthening into the spine. You might stay there, or if you can go further, extending your right arm in front of your knee, pressing your hands onto the floor so you keep the tricep or your shoulder pushing into the front of your knee, top of the shin. Inhaling left arm up to add a little twist to it. If you can go a little bit further, you can even interlace your fingers behind your back if you can find a twist. Keep your spine nice and straight as much as possible, rolling your shoulder back. One deep breath here, and then slowly you release, and we'll find the other side. So left arm forward in front of your knee. No problem with my microphone. Okay. So keep pushing that knee out, reaching your right arm up for a little twist, so spine is nice and straight as much as possible. Maybe you can find that twist, so you want an internal rotation into your left hand, placing the back of the hand to your hip, getting hold of your fingers, and you keep rolling your chest open, looking up, tailbone down. One more breath. Nice and slow, you release, coming back to center again, hands in prayer position to realign, pressing your knees out, growing your spine nice and long. And then slowly releasing again. You can bring your feet together, lifting your heels like we did before. See if you can maybe go a little bit further, bringing your lower ribs as low as possible, relaxing completely. Maybe you can come onto your forearms. Maybe you can stretch your arms forward. So see if you can lift your heels a little bit more, bringing your knees out, opening a bit more into your hips. Nice and slow, inhaling, coming back. You can walk your hands back, drop your knees down, and then slowly coming to sit, rolling your spine down. You can go through a little Navasana if you feel you still have more with your core, coming into Ardha Navasana, and then coming onto your back. We'll take a little back bend. You can take it a bit more restorative if you feel you've had enough. Otherwise, maybe we'll go a bit stronger. So we'll start with bridge, couple of options. If you want to take it restorative, so feet hip width distance apart with your heels close to your buttocks, palms alongside your body, facing down. Exhale your breath as you inhale. You lift your hips. So a couple of options. You can either bring your palms to touch, interlacing your fingers and rolling your shoulders under, staying there.
Or if you want to take it restorative, see if you can plant your elbows into the floor right where they are, so as close as possible to each other. And then you bring your thumb under your sacrum with your forefingers onto the side of the hip, just so that you can rest your hips. So they should be getting pushed right up to the sky. Taking a few breaths here. Rolling your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. And you can bring your knees to your chest. Giving yourself a good hug. Very good effort. And we'll finish off with a twist. So you can extend your left leg out, getting hold of your right knee with your left hand. Extend your right arm out, and nice and slow. As you exhale, you can start to come into an easy twist, making sure you keep your right shoulder blade in contact with the floor. Find your twists, finding a few breaths to come into your twist. If you want to go further, you can get hold of your right heel with your left hand from underneath, trying to keep your right shoulder blade in contact with the floor, and then you can start working towards straightening your right leg, keeping the left leg active, nice and straight as much as possible. Maybe touching your right toes to the floor, turning your head opposite to your right leg, so to the right, for a full twist. So you should be getting a good stretch on the hamstring, IT band, glute. We're stretching the piriformis here, very good for sciatica. Good spinal twist. One more breath. Very slowly rebending into your knee, coming back nice and slow, marking a little pause before you bring your feet to the floor so that you can readjust your spine. Knees to chest, preparing for the other side. Extending right leg out. Nice and slow, we come into the twist. Extending your left arm. Again, making sure that your left shoulder blade is in contact with the floor. You can already turn your head opposite to your knee. And if you feel, if you've done it on the previous side, exploring the deeper stretch where you get hold of your heel from underneath. Nice and slow, you just extend your leg to your own ability. Doesn't need to be straight. If it is straight, you can press your big toe into the floor. And your right leg should be active, pointing your toes forward, and you want to be lengthening from your right toes all the way to the crown of the head on the axis of the mat. See if you can soften in this pose every exhale. Letting the heart rate slow down. Notice the breath that starts to slow down and get a little bit more regular again. Very slowly, you can start to rebend into your knee, just releasing, again, feet flat on the floor to adjust, realigning your spine. And you can give yourself a nice little hug to finish off. Few little movements, so you might gently rock from one side to the other, back and forth, or maybe also even finding a happy baby, getting hold of the outside edges of your feet, pressing your knees towards your chest. Spine is nice and flat, so you start already to relax your spine onto the floor, and then slowly, maybe already with your eyes closed, you can extend your legs out, finding a Shavasana, maybe already turning the video off if you want, so that you can rest into a longer Shavasana, otherwise a few minutes. Peace, love and light.
As usual, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for coming to practice with me. Keep breathing. Don't forget...